Okay, YouTube, I'm going to show a look at the new Old Town Penobscot, new to me, that I picked up. I traded this one this year. Traded my 2013 Old Town Pack Angler for this 2012 Old Town Penobscot 16 Royal X. Hopefully this turns out. I know it's a little windy out here. It's a 70+ degree day here in early November. Right after a couple more of those Earth-directed solar flares again. Imagine that. Okay, so there's tons of information online about these, but there's no video showing what it is. And I still consider myself a canoe noob, so I shouldn't really be the guy doing a review. So I'm not going to really call this a review. Hopefully somebody more knowledgeable than me can upload a more worthwhile video, but I thought I'd show what this is, since this is a canoe that I really like. I had the 12-foot Old Town Pack Angler. It was great for myself. It's kind of a little bit slow of a canoe on the river here. This is the lower Wisconsin River. About 85 miles to the Mississippi that way. 85 miles of just freedom. Islands such as this that first come first serve, no permit required, it's just free to camp. Big bonfires, whatever. The only rule is two rules: no fireworks, no glass bottles. That's it. Don't hurt no one. That's it. Okay, so this is a Penobscot 16. It's a 16-foot 2 tandem canoe that also works out well as a solo canoe, as I'm doing here today. This is the bow seat, technically the front of the boat. This is a symmetrical hull canoe, so it works out well paddling it backwards. I sit here in the bow seat facing the stern going this way, and it works out real well. That's one of the most liked things about this canoe. What a lot of people say it's kind of ideal for being both a solo and a tandem canoe like that. And probably 75% of the time that I take it out, it's solo. I had my dad in it a couple times this year. Got the girlfriend out just once, and had a couple other friends out. But yeah, I would say a good solid 7 out of 10 times I'm in this thing solo. So what attracts me to this is it's a pretty efficient hull for a Royal X boat. It's not some, Kevlar tripper or something, but it's a shallow arch, so it does feel a touch more tippy when you're in it at first. I mean, I don't ever get a feeling it's tippy. It moves when I move, but once it begins to lean, it's got excellent secondary stability, which means that it does not want to tip. This boat really resists tipping unless you start doing something stupid. I've never once felt like I was going to go over in it. And that's kind of the opposite of the pack canoe I had good primary stability, but it was known that once it gets close to going over, you're going over. You're going to get wet. But I mean, I never tipped that one either. But this one being nearly twice the weight, it's a lot more stable by myself, a lot easier getting in and out of. The Pack Angler was rated at 33 pounds. I never had it on a scale, but I heard they weigh a little more than that. This one's rated at 58 pounds. And it's probably, I would guess, pretty close. I put it on a scale once, and it was rated about 60 or 60 and a half pounds, and that was a little wet, so, that adds a pound or two. There was like some water under the gunnels, and the thing wasn't dripping wet, but it wasn't 100% dry. So it's 60 pounds or so, rated at 58. I don't know if there's too much more I got to say about it. Probably some other stuff I'd like to share, but it doesn't have a lot of rocker to it, so it tracks well. Not the easiest to turn, but I mean it's how I want it to be. I mean, I'd rather have I'm not real good in a canoe, so I like boats that want to track straight. I think it's, for me, as a noob, it's more difficult keeping the thing going straight, so having a boat that naturally wants to go straight is good. When I want to turn it, I put in some effort into turning it, it'll turn. But maybe just not as easy as some boats that have some more rocker to it. So to confirm, I wish I had like a trick to confirm if they're Royal X or not. Oh yeah, that's right. Because I do have a version of this that is not Royal X, but I believe it has a little bit wider beam to it. This is from the very outside edge of the aluminum gunnel to the very outside edge of that aluminum gunnel. It's about just under 34.5. And I believe the 3-layer heavier boat is a little wider. That's it. I'm really happy with this boat. Even up trade off of Craigslist. Thanks for watching.